Welcome back, it's Doug MPA. On my channel, I've been chronicling the homeless crisis in Washington State, Oregon, and California. Doug MPA is from Western Washington, born and raised, and I spent a lot of time in Oregon and California. And to see what's happening over there truly makes me sad. It was time for a change. Well, Gavin Newsom, about a week ago, the governor of California, issued an executive order to start clearing out homeless encampments across the state. In a shocking turn of events, you guys. Well, LA County is defying his orders. So we're going to look at a news clip here about him actually passing the executive order, and then we're going to see about what's going on in LA County. We're going to get into that. Before I do that, like the video, subscribe, drop a comment. I'd really appreciate it. It shows you support me and what I'm doing over here. And let's get into this.
The state of California has issued an executive order for the removal of all homeless encampments. The order from Governor Gavin Newsom would direct state agencies on how to remove thousands of tents and makeshift shelters across the state. This makes it clear that any decision to remove encampments remains in the hand of local authorities.
Look at that, you guys. Look at that. It's crazy. And this is in LA, San Diego, Sacramento, Eugene, Oregon, Portland, Seattle. All these cities have homeless encampments along the sidewalk just like this.
And it follows a recent Supreme Court ruling that allowed for that to happen. While Newsom cannot order local authorities to act on his order, his administration says that they can apply pressure by withholding money from counties and cities. So,
just like things at the federal level, there's certain things passed, RVW, they struck that down and let that issue be an issue for the states. It's the same thing with this homeless order, where it's up to the municipalities to determine how they want to handle this issue.
LA County supervisors are reaffirming their stance on not criminalizing homelessness.
Last Thursday, Governor Gavin Newsom ordered state officials to begin dismantling thousands of homeless encampments. NBC4's Ted Chen is live in downtown LA with more details on the state and county at odds. Ted.
So LA County is just not going to adhere to the executive order. They're like, no, we're not going to do it. We're going to leave our homeless encampments just how they are. And that's typical, isn't it? As there is a large outcry in these states of people that are tired of the homelessness, of the trash, of the disease around these homeless encampments. There's a reason why a lot of these cities are emptying out. People are tired of it. And Gavin Newsom, I guess he finally wisened up. I was like, we have to do something about this.
Robert, Annabelle, both the city and now the county seem intent on maintaining their position with regard to encampments, and that their position is clearing them is not the answer, despite the governor's order.
And oftentimes we're not consulted, unfortunately.
LA County Supervisor Hilda Solis promising to work with Governor Gavin Newsom on what appears to be conflicting goals. The governor
Look at that, you guys. All these tents along the sidewalks. Ugh.
are ordering homeless encampments on state land to be removed. The county declaring in a motion passed today that people in those encampments cannot be taken to county jails.
And just by sweeping up people off the streets and off sidewalks and putting them in jail is not going to settle this issue.
With supporting.
Guys, I'm going to say my position on this, and you can say if you agree with me or not. We automatically paint people that are homeless. Oh, their life is so difficult. Now, I know certain people are disadvantaged or have mental health issues, but there are too many homeless people out there for that to be the case most of the time. I honestly believe that it is easier to be homeless than it is to be a law-abiding citizen. You got to get up every day, go to work, listen to your boss. Do a job you don't want to do. Pay taxes, pay bills. That's hard. Being homeless in a lot of these cities, especially in a place like California, is not hard. I think that a lot of these homeless people are picking the easy way, whereas the average law-abiding citizen, man and woman that have a family that they have to support, That's hard.
Testimony from LA County Sheriff Robert Luna and the head of the Homeless Services Authority, the county maintained that its Care First approach, prioritizing services, was working to reduce homelessness. Supervisor Catherine Barger says she supports the governor's order to clear encampments, but says the county is not ready for what happens next.
So one other thing, she said that her program is helping fight homelessness. But guys, I'm telling you, I'm a policy nerd. One of the biggest problems with Washington, Oregon, and California is they throw hundreds of millions of dollars a year at the homeless problem, but they don't have metrics as to show if the money is going towards solving the actual issue. Example, I did a story where they said that there are 15,000 homeless people in downtown Portland right now. The same thing to do would be to say we're going to put $15, $20 million a year towards getting rid of the homeless population in downtown Portland. And in 3 years, we're going to reduce the homeless population down from 10,000 to 5,000 or 10,000 to 2,000. But you never see these metrics built in because there is a services provider complex. There are nonprofits and different agencies that they get this money and they keep it to themselves. And they want to keep that infrastructure going. So they just keep handing the same people money each year, whether they perform services or not.
What will it take to build up capacity to actually address the encampment situation front and center? And we don't have an answer.
Newsom's order to clear encampments applies to state lands, including lots underneath freeways, but so far there's no indication on whether that has started. Reporting live from downtown Los Angeles, Ted Chen, NBC4 News. Robert, Annabelle, back to you.
So there you go, guys. LA is like, we're not doing it. So it's going to be interesting to see what Gavin Newsom does to be able to enforce his order. The last two stories said that he can withhold funds and all these different. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.